Well, hello, YouTube world, and thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. I'm Lucas Burton. I work as a personal development coach. You can contact me in the contacts part there, and if you're looking for some coaching. So, today, I want to talk a little bit about the idea of power and control. And when I talk about, for me, how I understand power and control is the power over myself, right? How I react, how I respond, how I sort of flow in my own personal self. And control, how I understand it, is like that external stuff, right? Control is out there. And so when I started working on like calling my power back, my getting my energy back, right? Because I would just leak it out, right? And what I mean by that is that someone might say, hey, you need to do this, this, and this. And I would give my power up and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just do this. Yeah, okay. Even though I may not have wanted to do that. Or in relationships, and someone said, hey, like, I need this, this, and this. Okay, yeah, I'll do that, right? And you can just feel that because you're not resonating with it. You're not resonating with that. You're not convinced or you're not okay with what that means for you. And so the more that I worked on really bringing my power back, right, that I had control over me, I had the power to respond if I chose to in a way that was more suited to my needs, right? So if someone's upset with you, I mean, you have the power to respond in a way that's aggressive, or you have the power to respond in a way that meets your needs. Right? Hopefully that makes sense, right? And the more that you do that, well, sort of the more I noticed that I did that, the more centered I felt, right? The more in control of my emotions and how I felt, right? And I became more fluid at doing that. Here's the other thing it did. I started noticing the more I did that, the less I blamed other people. Right? Because it was me giving up my own control, my own power, and responding in a way that was either like blaming them. They were very mean to me. You know, I have every right to feel this way. And you do, right? But it's about recognizing your own power to respond in a way that works for you, that feels like you. And I noticed when I was doing that, it wasn't after it happened, I didn't have all the guilt, all the shame, anxiety about what I said. I felt confident in what I was saying. So calling your power back, right? What does that mean? I mean, that there's all kinds of different things out there about calling your power back. How I see it is it's just owning how you're responding and owning you. Right? You start to really like who you are and acknowledge who you are. You're not trying to be someone for somebody else. You know, you're not trying to be someone that will get more likes or more views or, you know, get you more dates or being something that's not authentic, right? And the other thing I noticed is that when I started doing this more often, it caused separation between realizing that I can't blame other people all the time. Right? Yep, they're in control of what they're doing. Right? I'm in control of how I respond to that. We do it. Did I do it right all the time? No, absolutely not. You know, screw it up 1 out of 10 times or 2 out of 10 times or even more than that. Sometimes 10 out of 10 times when you're having, you know, a crappy day. Right? But finding that ability and seeing that you have power in how you respond, you have energy in how you respond to things. Right? And then I remember the first time I did it, I was scared shitless. Like, oh, you know, they're upset with me. And then I responded in a way that was just like, I can understand you're upset with me. However, this is how I'm feeling. And then you realize that this is so critical in so many other things, but very vital in the relationship you have with yourself. And if that's the foundation, like if you're working on choosing how you feel and honoring how you feel over how someone else may feel, I mean, that's the basis for a fantastic relationship with yourself. You know, it might be hard for them to hear, but what would be worse than not speaking how you feel and holding on to that and being resentful and having regrets, or saying what you need to say, even though you know it may hurt their feelings or may, cause challenges. My experience usually is that it makes the relationship better. And that becomes your foundation for all the rest of your relationships. Imagine being in a relationship with friends, family, intimate partners, or partners, co-workers, where you're not afraid to share how you feel, and you do it in a way that's respectful and understanding. So, and then that control part, that external thing, when you realize that don't really have any control of how other people respond to us. And when you let that go, that you're going to respond in a way that's authentic to you, and own that power, and not worrying about, are they going to like me? Are they not going to, view my stuff? Are they not going to do this? And you let that go and just be who you are, and realize people have the absolute freedom to respond how they want. You might not enjoy some of the ways they respond to you, but there's a freedom there, right? You're not trying to control that outcome. Not always worried about the attachment and what's going to happen, right? Because we don't really have any control over that. We have control over ourselves and how we talk and we respond to things. Sometimes we don't. We lose that control. Just, right? Yeah, trust me, been there. And then you step back and then regain that power for yourself, right? Just give it a try. I mean, when you notice when you're losing power over yourself, right? You can feel it coming out of you. And, other people call it energy. You can feel that because it doesn't resonate with you, right? It doesn't feel authentic. But when it does feel authentic, right, you can stand in your own power and your own understanding of things and be okay with that. It may seem very simplistic, it's not easy work to do, but it's okay to be who you are and own who you are. Right? No matter what anyone says. I mean, of course we're going to care what other people think of us or opinions they have, And when people say, no, don't care about anything what people say, well, okay, that's awesome. Like, you're going to, though. You're going to have some inkling, right? You're going to have some sort of reaction inside. You'll feel it. And if you're really okay with yourself, that just sort of dissipates and go, I needed to say that. That's my authentic person, who I am. It's who I am as a human being. And I'm okay that maybe they don't like me. The opposite is true, is that you might say something and people are really starting to gravitate to you being authentic. I mean, what's wrong with that? Having really authentic friends or partners, family members that are really authentic with you, and you can be authentic with them. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. Please like and subscribe. And you can contact me if you're looking for any personal coaching or anything like that. I'd love to hear from you. Please take care. Have a great day. And we'll see you in the next one. All right. Take care.